Hello everyone and welcome back to the County Choir's Newport County Football Manager 2014 YouTube series, which is now to be renamed Newport County in the Premier League. And I thought I'd bring you to the screen where you can see the transfers we've made. We've only spent 1.25 million. If I go through the players we brought in after I've gone through the players we let go. Tim Spav, he was an older one. He'd done alright to get us into the Premier League. He just wasn't quite exactly what we were needing after this now. Not quite good enough for the Premier League. So we decided he was going to go. Charlie Taylor just couldn't keep Anderson out of the team in any way, shape or form. 350k for him, not a bad little return. Tyrus Browning, he's just got left too far behind. Rangers picked him up for 220k. Nikolai Jensen is a player which my head of youth development brought in himself and loaned back to Esbjerg. He's going to be a quality player, so that was a good find by him. Jed Wallace, for me, a good player, not a Premier League player though. Wigan were willing to pay 1.6 million. Twardzik, obviously with Scannell in the team, Twardzik just wasn't quite, well, Premier League material, not quite. So he just missed out really on that. I'll miss his free kicks. I really will. I'm sure you all will too. 3 million we've got for him, so I couldn't really turn that down. Especially when someone comes in with that kind of money for a player that we're not too sure if we're going to be able to use. Hull's Mark Evans. Yeah, Mark Evans, only one of our youngsters who never really made it. 77k. Owusu just didn't quite cut it for me anymore, especially not for the Premier League. I think he's definitely a cracking League One right back or left back, not Premier League. Steve Antal is going to be good. He's got on loan. Pulido, not quite Premier League. 800k from Deportivo. Poyampalo was too hit and miss for me. 4 million from Benfica. Couldn't really shy that up, So in total, we're getting 39.5k a month for Ryan Kent going out on loan, but the rest year, Parsons, Miller, Simpson, Jean-Jacques Now, Joe Thompson, Harrison, Squire, who I think will sell if he has a good loan spell. Ryan Kent the same. Hopefully they'll both have good loan spells and people will want to buy him. 10 million were made on transfers. Bringing in, now we were very shrewd. Marco Asensio. Let's click on him, let's have a little look. 23, that's what he's going to be. That's what he is right now. He's a centre mid or attacking centre mid. Can play attacking left if needed. Not a massive wage. An absolute bargain because his contract was running at Man United. They weren't going to offer him a new one. He was either that or he was holding out for a team that's going to play him. But we've got him. And his report says that he's a good Premier League player and he's going to become a star Premier League player. So that there is a steal. Nikolai Jensen, obviously we didn't buy him. He's another centre midfielder, but he's on loan back to his old club. He's only a decent Premier League player at the moment, which is why he's been on back, but he's going to become a star Premier League central midfielder. Stojcic. Now this is one which I think is going to be marquee for us. Only 22. And if you look at him, he's a good and going to improve central defender. Michel Morganella, or Mal Morganella, if you want to call him that, from Palermo for free as well. These guys, their contracts were ending. We picked them up. He's 30, bit of experience, but still a good Premier League right back. From CU King, 27. Picked him up for pretty damn cheap from Nordjylland or whatever you want to call him. So he's a good Premier League left back. Kostas Samaris was released by Bayern Munich. Look at him. He's a good Premier League striker for now. Going to become a star Premier League striker. So there's a lot of potential in this team. We've got central midfielders. Obviously some have left. And we've brought in some extras. Mohammed Al Nanis. Where did he come from? Basel. That's Basel, whatever you want to call him. Back on the reports. Obviously, he's a good Premier League central midfielder, and we've gone with a Brazilian. Now we picked him up for free. The reason being his contract is running out at the end of the year, which obviously the Brazilians it runs out. I think it's the 1st of January their contracts run out, and this guy here was for some reason only worth about 12k. I thought I would have a look and just see how good they are, scout them, and have them just see. And as he turned out, this was him. Absolutely phenomenal. And I thought, oh, he'll be a good one to welcome. But then I clicked on the buy now for nothing. I was like, well, why not? If he's here for nothing, we can have him now. We'll have him now. And there's another centre back, a Brazilian centre back, a bit more experienced to bring in. Obviously another good one. And this is exactly the same deal with Hernando as it was with Daniel. So we've only spent 1.25 million, and we have actually brought in a good crop of players. And obviously we've let go some decent players, but we brought in players who are good for the Premier League and got rid of players who are not quite as good for the Premier League. So if we look at our squad now, this is how it's looking. We've got Turnbull, Damon Miller is going to be he's still going to become a good Premier League goalkeeper. He's going to be our backup for Ross Turnbull, who's still good enough for Premier League. Danny Simpson, Morgan Ella, and that's our two right backs. Anderson and C.U. King are our left backs. We've got Hernando, Lascelles, Trulio, Murcia, and Stojcic, who are going to be our centre backs. Bringing it down, our central midfielders, El Nani, Ben Pearson, Moha, Daniel, and Asensio. It's a nice crop of centre midfielders here to choose from. On the right, Odubajo is ready for the step up. Omar Rowe ready for the step up, I think. Sean Scannell ready for the step up, and Jay Rodriguez, who can play over there. He is also going to be on the left because he wasn't quite as good on the right, wasn't any good at striker, so why not play him on the left if he can play there, which he can. Then obviously Alexic, Chris Long, Samaris, Dave Cowan, and Torres. The thing is, at the end of the day, if my backroom coaching staff tell me that these players here are all good enough to play in the Premier League, then I'm going to listen. Obviously, the only exception there is Damon Miller. He's not quite a Premier League goalkeeper yet, but he's still young. He's going to become a good one day. So you may as well watch me submit my team. My first team. Let's quick pick and just see who it says we should start with. Actually, I'm quite liking the look of this already. This could well be a perfect starting. I don't want fitness, I want it on selection info, which shows you fitness, their positions, and their average rating, which we haven't got any yet, of course. Okay, I want to have choices to switch things on the wing, on the bench. Actually, I'm going to put Omar Rowe on the bench. Is he already on there? Rowe? Oh, Rowe's already at left wing. It's weird. I'll leave Rowe there actually. I don't want Danny Simpson. We're going to have Jay Rodriguez on the bench. Chris Long up front. No. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Alexic, Samaris, Torres. Okay, I'm going to go with Torres. I'm going to go with Torres and Samaris. Fernando. I'm liking it all. Okay, this is going to be our first game of the season. Obviously, our familiarity with this, with the super tactic, is gone down because of the new players. But I can't see it really affecting us because, well, we've got a good set of players there, and obviously the tactic ended up working for us from the beginning. So this is what it comes down to then. Premier League game number 1, guys. How exciting! Well, you already know starting. You can see there for starting lineup. Let's just crack on with the game and see how it goes. And what a cracking start to life in the Premier League for us and for Stojcic. Omar Rose corner, put beautifully into a good position. The keeper's positioning was put into question. Stojcic was there, headed it in. 1-0 guys, great start. And it's 2-0 as Moses Odubajo picking up the scraps of a great chance for Torres. Now the ball put over to Rowe was absolutely phenomenal. I think it was Samaras who put it over. Then Rowe in, Torres there, hits the post, Odubajo's there, he was onside. Brilliant, 2-0. Okay, we come in at half time, 2-0 up. Dream start, guys, especially for the fact that we could be on the verge of winning our first away game of the season. Now, obviously, the goal is to stay up first season. We've got to stay in the Premier League, and 2-0 up away to Reading. That's a great sign of that. We could well have we could stand a great chance in it, in staying up. Hopefully, it'll happen. But you win away games, then you're gonna stay up. Let's say we are on the second half. Let's not run before we can walk. Yeah. And it's 2-1. It was a bit shoddy defending there, as you'll see. Cavallero pushed it over. Hernando got in front of the keeper. The keeper should have claimed it himself, but then they lost that. Scotto and Turnbull could have done better there. It was just all around a gas goal giveaway. Let's hope it doesn't cost us. And it seems to have crumble in here, guys. It's 2-2. You'll see the replay of this goal. There was a bit of a poor one to give away. Should have been closed down so much quicker than that. A good finish by him, but 2-2. And I don't believe it, guys. From 2-0 up, we're 3-2 down, and it's come off a corner, and it's a Welshman as well, Hal Robson-Kanu, took it on the volley. And we're crumbling away here, guys. And that's game over, guys. We have absolutely fallen to pieces in this second half, and I have absolutely no explanation for it at all. Not a single one. I don't know what they're playing at there. I really don't. But 4-2, we may as well see the game out now, guys. After being 2-0 up, this is just so tough to take, No, I don't know what to say, to be honest. There it is. It's 4-2. I don't know how, but they just completely crumbled. New players, Morganella, Hernando, and Samaras not having good debuts. Alnani didn't have great, but he wasn't too bad. Stojcic it was nice to see him do well. Anderson had a bad game, but then see that the first half was great, and they all went to pieces in the second. The substitutes that I brought on did nothing in the end either. We gotta do better than this, guys. We certainly do. Let's hope that we can, turn this round. We'll see what we got next. Alright then, guys. Our next game is actually at home to Southampton, as you can see right now. I'm looking at their team, and they have got a pretty decent team at the moment, so I'm hoping we can at least get a point from this game. At least we've got to be winning as many as our home games as we possibly can if we are to stay up. And after the way we crumble against Reading, I ain't exactly filling us with a lot of confidence right now. So things do have to turn around and get a bit better, I think. Hopefully, starting with this game here. Unfortunately, I'll show you now. We are on 14 minutes, so after this game it will wrap up this episode, but at least we've made a start to life of the Premier League anyway. So without further ado, let's crack on. We're 1-0 down already. It's some Movis Sician or whatever you want to call him. I forgot to mention we did sign a new left winger, Giannini, whatever you want to call him, some Italian bloke. And as you can see, good finish from this guy. Defending was lackluster again. Let's see how we crack on with the rest. Okay guys, we've gone in at half time, we're 1-0 down, but that chance that they had was pretty much the only thing that's happened throughout the entire game. So you can see Antonio Giannini, he's our new signing. And then you can also see that Lascelles and Alexis have started this game instead of the let-down players in the last one. But I'm actually going to make a sub right now. I'm going to take off on El Neni, bring on Asensio. He is a big player for us. Well, he's going to be. So I say let's kick off the second half and see if Asensio can make a difference. Okay, guys, it's finished 1-0. We've lost again. We played two rather tough oppositions, but you know every opposition is going to be tough. But then you look at this, you're going to be disappointed we lost. We had a lot of chances. I mean, we only really saw one. Odegaard was put through on goal, and he hit it straight at the keeper. But I mean, this is. I know we've lost the game, but that shows we're capable of being the better team in the Premier League. We just need to finish off our chances. And Giannini made his first appearance for us, and to be honest, didn't do a lot. But then, like I say, a lot of the new players will take time to gel. So maybe that's just a matter of that. We just got to get these players to gel a little and just see if they do grow on each other and they turn into a good team. Anyway, 1-0. We've lost our first two games, but we still got 36 more to play. So let's have a little look at the league table. Alright then, this is the league table. Obviously, us and Bristol City went up automatically. It was West Brom who ended up winning the playoffs in the end. So yeah, we see all these big teams. Southampton are in 5th, and Reading are in 3rd. So two teams who've made great starts. Well, I suppose you can say at our expense. You know that they've made great starts at our expense, but then the league don't lie. 3rd and 5th have beaten us. If you look around us, Wigan, Villa, Norwich, Bristol City, even West Brom even as well. There are plenty of teams to take points from, like Leicester we could take points from. We're going to be playing against Swansea. The one big thing that I'm really disappointed with is the fact that Cardiff went down, so we can't play them. But at least we've leapfrogged them. They've fallen behind and we're above Cardiff now, so that's a really good thing to go from. Yeah, so I mean, who have we got next? We have Leicester away next, so a possibility there. Let's just hope that we're not just going to be whipping boys, but I do think it's going to be a matter of our new players are going to gel in with the older ones, and hopefully then we can grow as a Premier League team. Because you've seen every single player that I showed you is a good Premier League player. I mean, all of our squad have got good Premier League players in it, so there's no reason why we can't be a good Premier League team. Anyway, only time will tell, and only Sports Interactive will let us know if we're to stay in the Premier League. Now we've got the money going to be coming in. If I just quickly show you before I stop the recording. Rodney Parade had a stadium expansion. There was the reason why we didn't have as much money to spend on players, because we had to get our stadium expanded in very, very quick time. Obviously it took, well, obviously we had our conversion, which left us with about 11,000. We had to get roughly about 2,000 in. It took a couple of million off us, and obviously we didn't go up with an awful lot of money. So let's see, we had enough money to get into the Premier League. Now we just got to stay there, and then hopefully then by the end of the season our money will build up to enough to continue to stay in there and even build slowly. So yeah, it's not looking so bad at the moment, guys. Obviously we've lost our first two games, but I suppose we're just getting used to life in the Premier League at the moment. Anyway, we're on 19 minutes, so we're going to call it there. Thanks very much for watching. This is Newport in the Premier League. Let's hope that we can stay there. Cheerio for now.